Hey YouTube, it's Jasmine here. Yeah, I know I look so plain Jane right now, but I just finished um washing and cutting my hair. I cut my own hair, and I think I did a good job. It's really even, and I think I did a good job. I cut a couple inches off. Um, Sorry I didn't record while I was doing it. Like I didn't wanna what's the word? I didn't it came past my mind okay, I already knew the whole day that I wanted to wash my hair. And I've been wearing half wigs and ponytails and all of that all summer, and I mean I've been doing pretty good. I haven't had a perm in 3 months. It's been 3 months since I've taken out my braids. Um I got my hair braided in February of this year, and I kept those in for a while. Um, I kept those in probably for 2 months. February, March, April, May. I kept those in, yeah, 2, 3 months, and when I took out the braids, I micro braids, the box braids, human hair. I had those for a couple months. And then I took them out, and I went a whole nother month without perming my hair. It was like a month that I just didn't perm it. And I mean, I would suggest that to anybody. Usually, right after I take out braids, I get my hair braided. I mean, permed the next day, because my hair is so thick and so poofy, and so sometimes if you're being lazy or you just don't feel like you have the time and all of that to manage your hair while it's that thick and coarse and all of that, then most people run out and get a perm. And over the years, I usually do that. But this time around, I didn't. I went a whole nother month without a perm. The only thing I did, I took out my braids and I conditioned it. Before I washed it, I conditioned it. And, yeah. I don't know if I even washed my hair the same day. I think I think after I took out the braids, I waited for the next day probably. I'm not sure. But yeah, I conditioned it and then I washed it. Then I conditioned it again, and I just, I think I had blow dried it, and that was about it. I didn't go crazy. And once I blow dried it, and I really got into them roots because I let the conditioner sit for a while. And once I did that, my hair softened up, and the tightness of the curls dropped, and I straightened it really good. I mean, I really went in with my blow dryer, and once I did that, I was like, this is okay. It's not it's not manageable. This is okay. And then after that, I decided to I was gonna actually make a wig, but I didn't like the way the wig was looking. It was looking wiggy. That's It just looked like a wig, so I was like, no. So then I did my hair over the next day. And I just went in with a flat iron, and I added tracks. I added a couple of tracks in, probably 4 or 5 tracks I added in. And the rest of my hair I left out, so I just flat ironed it, real good. I blow dried it and I flat ironed it real good. I had a little wrap going on, and yeah, I added 4 tracks, 4 or 5 tracks the most. And I didn't. It's crazy because I usually add tracks to my bang because I usually do the swoop thing. 'Cause my bang is kind of long, so I just swoop it. And I didn't add anything. It was my own natural bang, and I noticed I was like, I really like how full and how much body my hair has when I don't have a fresh perm. It was amazing. It was so full. I didn't have to add any hair to my bang and stuff like that. Of course, I added some track to the back for some extra length and body, a little bit more length and body, but wasn't that much length because I think the weave was actually 12 inches, so it wasn't much length at all. It just kind of evened everything out. And yeah, so it was great. And so after that perm was in May. I think it was May, and it's now the end of August, and perm free. So it's crazy. If I wouldn't have had that perm back then, it would have been officially 6 months that I went without a perm. But it's been another 3 months, and I cut it, guys. It had grew a lot when I took out the braids, but being that I have went so long without really trimming my ends, like really getting in there, like you take your braids out and you see the length and you like, oh my god. Of course, after it has been untouched for like 3 months, it's been in braids, you get a little bit of split ends, and I was just like so excited with my length that I didn't really trim it the way I should have. So what ended up happening was, my hair just started to thin. I noticed, like the last couple of times I washed my hair, that the ends were just damaged. Like you could tell it was damaged because and then when I would put my own hair in a ponytail like this, it looks so thin. My ponytail looks so thin. It was crazy. So I was sitting here throughout the day and I was like, I'm gonna wash my hair. I'm gonna wash my hair. I washed my hair and I was like, no, I have to trim my ends because this looks ridiculous. And that's what I did. I ended up cutting more more than what I was supposed to because I was able to literally tell like the bottom, the very ends of my hair was so, it looked like new growth. You know how your new growth is like kind of like these tight curls and it's a little bit coarse. That's how the bottom of my hair was. Like my ends were like that. Like my roots was of course, tightly curled and coarse, and then the middle portion, was straight from the perm, and then the bottom looked like new growth. Like it was crazy. So I was like, my ends are damaged, and if I don't do anything in the ends, it was like this much, like that much of damaged hair at my ends. It wasn't little, oh, I'm gonna just clip it a little bit. It was like this much. And I was like, if I let this go on, the ends is gonna get like this. Like it's gonna be this much hair that's just damaged. And I was like, I can't just leave it like that because it's gonna start breaking off. So I cut it. And what happened was I cut a lot. I cut a couple of inches above the damaged hair, so it came out shorter than I wanted it to be. But I'm not mad because at least I know there's no damage ends at the bottom. It's just very even, and I'm happy. Um, so yeah. Um, when I had it down, I felt like I cut more than what I really cut. And then when I put it up in a ponytail, I was like, I actually still have length. Because when it was down, I felt like it was so short. But I actually cut my hair a lot last summer. It was crazy. That's why I'm not doing too much complaining now. Because last year, my hair got so damaged. I had to cut so much of my hair off. I mean, all of this right here, the whole middle had fell out, which has never happened to me before. Usually, the back would thin out or the sides would thin out and it would look crazy. But I had dyed the middle like 2 years ago, and I guess I didn't keep up with it the way I should have. This fell out. All of this that was dyed in the middle, I dyed it like a honey blonde. I swear to you, my all of this in the front, which was my bang, was so long. It was like down here. Like where I was to pull it down, it was like down here. Like I couldn't even wear a bang because it was so long. A couple months later, like I noticed that I would add hair to make it fuller, and by me adding like tracks and keeping them so long, like you don't notice, when your hair is falling out because you have all this extra hair, so it doesn't click on it doesn't click, that's happening. And one day I took out my tracks and noticed that okay, my bang was down here. Why is it like up here? And once it started falling out and I realized that it happened, I mean, it got shorter and shorter. It was like it got to a point where my hair was this short. Like I couldn't even put this in a ponytail because it was so short. It was crazy. So I had stopped putting tracks and I started wearing half wigs and ponytails and all of that. And my hair grew. Like right now, it's back to its original. My bang is back to its original. You know, it's getting there. But I have to trim out my ends, so I don't feel bad about it. It is what it is. Um, the hair will be back by this winter, so I'm not stressing it. It's like whatever. I come to grips over the years that hair is hair, and if you take care of it, it will grow back. It's gonna grow back. It's not like your hair is not gonna grow. So I learned to have to choose between healthy medium length hair or healthy short hair than damaged long hair. Like I don't want my hair to be on my shoulders or down my back and damaged, really thinned out and damaged. It doesn't make sense when I can have it like, touching the nape of my neck and full and thick and healthy and shiny. I would rather have that than some long stringy hair and it's damaged and split ends and ridiculously uneven, because when my hair gets damaged it's so uneven. It looks crazy. Anyway, so I just want to share that with you guys that I cut my hair, cut my hair, I cut my hair, y'all see that? So yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna go now. Holla at y'all later when I figure out what I'm gonna do with this, because I'm not gonna go on the street like this, obviously. But yeah, I'll put up another video when I decide what I'm gonna do with my hair. So peace and blessings, guys. Bye, bye, guys.